What's up, guys? Jay Trevelyan here. Today I'm going to talk about the RTX 3090 and its release. It is coming out tomorrow, so in less than 24 hours, this will be available for sale. Anyone that was around or was following the 3080 launch and still seeing it sold out everywhere, want to see what people would think about the 3090 launch tomorrow, and possibly my predictions on what I think will happen. We'll see exactly what happens. But, this is packing a much larger price tag of $14.99 for the Founders Edition. I still don't think that's really going to shy too many people away. There is a few people who say, like, oh, the 3080 is powerful enough for them. Personally, in my opinion, I think the 3080 is definitely powerful enough for me for what I want to do with gaming. But the 3090 definitely shines a little bit with its 24 gigabytes of G6X memory. As a crypto miner, that's definitely something I like to see, is a lot more memory in the graphics card, especially for mining things like Ethereum. But paying $1,500 for a graphics card just to mine Ethereum, unless it's getting like 200 to 300 megahash a second, which I doubt it will get, I don't see it really being that worth it. If it does get that, then yeah, you bet I'm probably going to buy one or two of them when they become available. But on the NVIDIA website here, you see it just says notify me. You obviously can't pre-order these. You couldn't pre-order the 3080s, and I'm sure you won't be able to pre-order the 3070s either. And anyone that was watching 3080s, you noticed this went straight from notify me to sold out pretty much. The very select few were lucky enough to order it, but it was mainly bought up by a bunch of bots and people running scripts on their computer to buy them up, as many as possible, for just to inflate the prices and sell them on eBay. And then if you look at this, you see some pricing leaks that came out for the 3090. So we saw that NVIDIA selling for $14.99 for the Founders Edition, but then you see the For the Win, and there's another article on leaks here that mention a few prices here in Europe and some prices in the US. Some of the prices getting up to $1,800 for the For the Win 3 and Asus Strix Edition. I mean, usually I know the Asus Strix here is usually one of your most expensive cards. Like same with the For the Win 3. They're usually the two most sought after cards. MSI also makes a really nice card, and Gigabyte always has their flagship card also, which is really nice. And with the 3080, I know, and I'm sure with the 3090, Gigabyte has the screen on it to display the temp. And from what I've read, Strix also will be in a software update, having it display temperatures of the card also. But here's leaks of a lot of the different cards and their price points. So you have your top tier, the Strix and the For the Win 3. The For the Win 3 Gaming at $17.29 for a cheaper one. The Ultra Gaming at $17.99, and the Strix at $17.99 also. The Strix is usually what I try and go for. It's my favorite card for the most part. I have used Asus TUF. I believe the one at my computer now is an Asus TUF one. It's a 2070 though, but it is pretty nice. In reviews, I actually sold a 3080 Asus TUF is one of the best 3080s to get right now. The Strix, to my knowledge, and the For the Win 3 haven't been released yet. I haven't seen them anywhere. The Strix card, from what I've seen from an Asus, said that anytime after the 21st it'll be out. But I know they're struggling to get cards out. And then you have, the Founders Edition, the Asus TUF Gaming here, Asus TUF Gaming OC Edition. So you have the Asus TUF Edition for the same price as the Founders, and then you have the Overclocked Edition for $100 more. So that's just a couple prices. I mean, obviously $1,800 is a lot of money for a graphics card. You can build an entire PC for that price that's going to run 1440p at 140 frames a second off just the price of this one graphics card. And even now with these cards coming out, you could probably get a 2080 Super for even cheaper, even if you look used on eBay, and build an entire PC for that price. But is this card really worth it, in my opinion? For the average gamer, I would say no. And the reason for that is the 3080 that comes in at much cheaper of a price tag than at like almost half the cost. Unless you're looking at really 4K and you really want that 140 frames a second, and you have a Ryzen build with PCI 4, it might be worth it then. I really want to see the reviews people have on this, since I can't get this card on hand and I don't have access to Ryzen computers with PCI 4 4.0. I really want to see some people's reviews on this versus a build like mine, since I have a Asus Max Hero 11 with a 9900K, but I know it's only PCI 3.0. You know, with the 3080, I've seen some reviews and it was like a very small difference. Most games you're looking at like 1 to 4 frames per second difference between the 3080 and a Ryzen build with a PCI 4.0 versus a Ryzen build with a 3.0 build. So I mean, right now I don't think that's as big a deal. I think in another couple years, in another generation of graphics cards, you'll start seeing a bigger gap between running it on a PCI 3.0 lane versus PCI 4.0 lane. You know, the 12-pin power connector, everyone's seen that. They have a connector for, so you don't really have to upgrade your power supply. I know I'm running a 750 watt power supply. For 3080, that will be okay. I actually saw one video online where a guy did a power draw, and his 9900K with a 3080, and it was pulling about 550 from the wall. With the 3090, I'd probably up it to probably an 850 or even a 1000 watt. I'd probably go with a 1000 watt power supply just to be safe if you're going to be running a 3090. But my predictions as far as what's going to happen with the 3090 is upon release. So unless you're planning on getting there at, like, going to your local Micro Center at 8 or 10 o'clock at night, the night before, to wait out in line all night to get this, you're probably not going to get it. I know my local Micro Center in St. David's got 11 3080s for resale. I heard the Micro Center out in, right outside of Los Angeles got like 50 of them, but they have a much denser market than what I have here in the St. David's location. So they had 11 graphics cards, and the guy I talked to that got the 11th one, he actually said he got there at 8 p.m. the night before, waited in line overnight, and at 7:30 in the morning, the store manager came out, said they only had 11 cards, pointed at him and said, anyone after this guy will not be getting a card. So he lucked out, got a 3080. He told me how great it was when I was talking to him at the store. So I'm pretty hyped up to get a 3080, but as far as a 3090, we're going to be seeing pretty much the same thing as the 3080. You're going to see, hopefully, NVIDIA and other websites put some security measures in place to stop bots from buying it. So hopefully more people buy it that actually want to use the graphic card. But you're going to see people buying it still and trying to resell it on eBay. And I can see the prices for a lower end one exceeding $3,000. To me, if you can't get one on launch and you really wanted one, get one on eBay for a Founders Edition, spending, $1,700, $1,800 on one. I can see that being justifiable, just because you won't have to wait the months for it to come back in stock. You can have it on hand. Somebody made a couple extra $100 for their time. But the people are going to be trying to sell it for $3,000-$4,000. I mean, it gets a little ridiculous. It's a little absurd that people try and charge that much for this graphics card. You already have the Strix edition. It's going to be $1,800, but we'll see. I'm pretty eager to see what people can do with these cards. I mean, looking on their website, the ray tracing looks amazing on it. I don't plan on ever playing in 8K, so at least any time in the near future. I don't even have a 4K panel. I play at 1440p. Most gamers, that's usually the sweet spot for them. I know a lot still play at 1080, so they can hit up 240 frames a second. I don't play that competitively, so I usually play at 1440p, 140 frames a second. When I play Call of Duty, I tweak my settings down a little bit, so my 2070 will push 140 frames a second consistently. But I'm pretty eager to see these come out tomorrow and see what people do. I'm probably not even going to try and get one, just because I don't really have the time to be going out of my way to go to Micro Center between work and trying to pack up for the weekend. So I'm pretty eager to see what people can do with these. I'll be watching a bunch of YouTube later this week once people get these on their hand to see what they can do in some games. But that's my prediction is, if you're not there camping out, you're probably not going to get one. Getting one online is so hard. You're going to have to keep refreshing your page. I know you can run it, add on keep refreshing your page every 5 seconds until you can get it. But, eager to see what other people's thoughts are and what they think the RTX 3090 launch is going to be like. I think it's going to be very similar to the 3080. But yeah, write in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to try and get it. You know, if you see this video afterwards, let me know if you did get one and what you think of it. But, you know, thanks for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification icon. Make sure you get notified every time I release a video. But thanks for watching.